It is, again, you'll hear me hammer this in a few times today about the first and third party coverage. First and third party cyber liability insurance, that covers the insured entity. It does not convey any type of benefit to another party. And as an MSP, or anybody that's here that maybe you're early on your journey as an MSP, or you're not on the business or business side of the house, you're on the technical side of the house. These are going to be really important points to take away with you today. But since we do have those that are unfamiliar with insurance properly, we'll go over some, common misconceptions or assumptions. And one of the primary ones is that you'll hear is, since I have commercial liability insurance and cyber insurance, my client is covered too. Or my client already has cyber liability insurance, so I don't need to carry any. I'm hoping after we went over the differences between first and third party cyber liability insurance, I hope it's apparent to everybody now that that's a misconception that can cost a business dearly whenever they're responding to a cyber incident. As an MSP or an IT provider, the first party cyber liability coverage you receive for your own business does not confer any benefits to a client if they suffer from a cyber threat event. They'll still have to file a claim with their own insurance provider, or they're going to have to try and recoup their losses through suing the MSP. Consequently, if an MSP does not have a third-party cyber liability policy, then you may be stuck paying out of pocket to cover the damages incurred by a client if you're so ordered in a legal settlement. Just like any other insurance policy, an insurer is under no obligation to pay out any more than what is required in a policy, and only for qualifying events to the insured business. You or your clients do not want to find yourselves on the other side of a cyber incident where either of you are covering the costs completely out of pocket. Even though, and this is important to know also, that you may have to cover out of pocket initially. If you've never had to file an insurance claim before, you do not get that money immediately. It can take days, weeks, months, sometime. So you still need to have plans in place for in the interim, while you're waiting for a claim to be paid, that things can still run, things can still operate. And sometimes it might be a mild inconvenience, and a business can continue to operate without significant losses. But if a major cyber incident occurs that results in loss of productivity, a data breach, or requires rebuilding infrastructure to ensure that threat actors haven't been expelled from the system, it becomes less likely that a business can survive without substantial capital reserves or that appropriate cyber liability coverage. But you still have to account for the fact that your client, a business does not get hit with ransomware today and get a $200,000 check tomorrow from their insurance provider. That's a process, again, that can take days or weeks or even months sometimes. So all of that to say about first and third party cyber liability insurance, your business and your clients need their own coverage. And the sentiment nowadays seems to be transitioning over to some MSPs even taking the stance that they will not accept a client that does not have cyber liability insurance, or that one of the first things they do under contract is help a client obtain cyber liability